I was Alex. I wouldn't touch Maggie
until she got tested.
Until she got tested. Space AIDS. Need I say more? Need I say more?
Hi guys, we're back again. This is Shannon.
This is Jadon.
And we are Nerd Jams. Once again, missing Adam, but we won't be telling you that every time. Maybe he'll join us one day.
It's the same night.
It is the same night. It's fine. You know what? People probably aren't even going to watch either of them, but maybe they'll watch this one first. Okay? It's fine. We just got done watching DC Legends of Tomorrow, and now we're going to recap this week. And since there was no Supergirl this week, and we ran out of time on the last one, I'm going to use my little window, and we won't take a long time of it.
We're just going to talk about Supergirl in general.
Oh no, we're gonna have our Maggie argument.
There's not much to it.
There's not much to it. So Jadon and I text a lot about our shows and stuff, and he's the comic book guru, so a lot of times when something happens that I'm just like, really, I'll text it. Okay, for instance, I'm catching up on this show Merlin, because of course I am. I'm gay and Katie McGrath is amazing. So I'm gonna go back and watch whatever she's in, especially Dracula. And spoiler alert, Merlin is told to throw the sword where no mortal man can find it, and he tosses it in a lake. So that's the kind of stuff that Jadon has to deal with. Or, did Yoda die?
Oh my god.
But, he's texting me the other day, and how did it even start that, you're flabbergasted that Maggie dates aliens.
It was a joke. Okay,
it was a joke.
It started out as a joke. It was a joke. That's what she does, is she blows things out of proportion, I feel like.
It's not out of proportion, but...
Okay, so, let me explain. So, the episode where you first meet where we first get introduced to the alien bar, and she says something like, along the lines that she's hooked up with a bunch of these aliens.
She didn't say bunch. Well...
It was plural. It was plural, for sure.
She said, I don't strictly date aliens.
She says, I'm like 95% sure she referred to hooking up with plural aliens. So
Alex gets is all excited about the aliens she sees. I heard that they can make a mental or telepathic connection from the dorsum on the tongue. Maggie says, yeah, how do you think she learned English? She's my ex. And then because she's, of course, has to point out to Alex that she doesn't, she goes, but don't worry, I don't just strictly date aliens. That's all she said.
Yeah, alright.
It's not that I've seen that scene several times. But then he starts talking about how it's weird that she dates aliens.
I said, so, I was like, so, I think I said,
I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah. It's along the lines of, I wouldn't touch Maggie, if I was Alex, I wouldn't touch Maggie
until she got tested.
Until she got Space AIDS. Need I say more? Need I say more? It's...
Which I did laugh at, and it was funny, but me being me, I just came back with something, and then you just kept going on about not dating aliens, and I'm like, Clark and Lois Lane, and then this is what he says, and Jimmy and Kara.
What I explained was that Kryptonians are, them and humans are, there's basically not much different between them. I mean, Kryptonians have more advanced DNA, it's more sophisticated DNA. But basically, they're the same as humans. They have that difference that makes them get superpowers when they are exposed to different kinds of sun radiation. And Martians are okay because when they shapeshift, it's down to their DNA. So there's basically nothing different about them. But if you have different aliens that you don't know nearly as much about them as Martians and Kryptonians, then you don't know what kind of freakiness they got going on with them.
Okay, which I then said, obviously there's been research done because Alex just throws out the facts about the dorsum of the tongue, and then Maggie knows her shit too. Ooh, excuse me. Maggie knows her stuff too, and which is you're like, I doubt she does. She doesn't know that much.
Yeah, I don't think she knows as much as Alex does.
She's the head of the NCPD Science Division. She's a detective. She's done her research.
They've been around for how long? Probably not long. I'm just saying, she probably doesn't know that much compared to DEO agents. And someone like Alex who is like a biologist or something.
Okay, that's fair. But that doesn't mean that she just randomly jumps into bed with aliens.
I bet she does. I bet she does. I bet she does randomly jump in bed with aliens.
Why do you hate Maggie Sawyer?
I just don't like her.
Why not?
It's just with Jimmy Olsen, I just don't like the person. I don't like their personality or whatever.
Well, but you said you didn't like her because she's just inserting herself in this.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Alex is the one inserting herself into the NCPD crime scenes. The DEO just shows up all the time.
She's got jurisdiction. Alex has jurisdiction. But it's just like she's...
Fake jurisdiction. She has a badge that switches back and forth between the FBI and the...
From Doctor Who. That's straight from Doctor Who. Psychic paper. It changes to what you need.
So, okay, that's my little Supergirl rant, because we didn't get to have that last time, but I feel like you just hate Maggie to hate her.
I just don't like her. I just don't like her. You don't like Snart. I don't like Maggie.
Because his ridiculous voice that he speaks with.
I feel like it's not hard to get over.
Dumb.
I don't feel like it's not hard to get over.
It is for me. And I also can't see anything but the swimmer on Buffy that he turns into a fish demon.
Okay.
Because anytime he's on screen, that's all I see. Yeah, throwback, season 2. Went with Miller. But yes. But since I didn't talk too much about it, what do you feel about the Sandverse scene? Because it's a different side of Alex that we're getting to see. It's away from the main storyline. And it's into me, in my eyes, we got a lot of Lucy and James, and a lot of Wynn and Siobhan, and Kara and James, will they or won't they? That was all of the romantic aspects of season 1. And now I feel like so far, the Alex is getting that side.
I don't like it.
I knew you didn't.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, why not?
I don't want it to be like turns like this whole like prejudice thing or something. But it's really just kind of out of the blue. If you think about it, everyone in the cast has romantic links like all the time. Like they show interest in people. But the only time we've ever seen Alex interested in anyone at all.
Don't you dare say Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, and it was fake.
She was, yeah, okay.
And it was
good.
fake. So we've never really seen anything from her at all. Like any hints or whatever, male or female.
We've heard it. We've heard her talk about it. She's talked about the guys that she dated. She talked about how she wouldn't date Max. And she's mentioned that she hasn't been on a date in 2 years.
Yeah, but this is all right now.
No, that was from season 1, except for the date in 2 years thing. All the rest of it was from season 1 when she and Kara would have their sister talks and stuff.
I'm not invested, so.
I mean, that's why I wanted to ask you, because some people could see it as out of the blue because we didn't see that side of Alex before. But leading in with that storyline, maybe they didn't do it intentionally, but if she didn't like being intimate because she couldn't figure out that she didn't like men, then why would we see that? Why would she actively be pursuing dating if she didn't enjoy it? I mean,
it's not even actively pursuing dating, but like other people, you see them checking out like a person or whatever, but you've never seen anything from Alex as far as I can remember, which I can't really rely on because like I said, I'm not that invested.
Well, but you only see it. You see it now, though.
Yeah.
It's really no different. Literally the only person we've seen. Lois or Lucy Lane, but that was an established relationship. The only person we've seen James look at is Kara.
And
so would it be out of the blue if he dated somebody else?
No, it's just romantic. It's just her romantic interest at all. I feel like she just hasn't shown romantic interest in anyone. So all of a sudden, I don't know. It just feels. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't know how to put my finger on it.
Okay.
It's just. I feel like the whole storyline is really, like I said, out of the blue, and I feel it's really heavy-handed. Just with like all of a sudden, the entire episode was focused almost completely on her. It felt like the first where she was coming out, I think, to Kara, and that just felt really.
It wasn't the whole episode.
But a large chunk of it. Like I was looking at the first 15 minutes of it, because someone made a comment that, oh, why are we focusing on this all of a sudden for the entire episode? And so I was only 15 minutes in, and I looked at it, how much of the time had gone past, and it was like, the majority of it had been spent on Alex and her storyline. So it felt weird that it was just so all of a sudden heavily on her.
But why though? There's 2 episodes that focused heavily on James and Lucy, and now we don't even think, Lucy doesn't even exist in this world all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Like what I'm saying is, why is it different? Like, because I've gone back recently and watched season 1 and wondering the same thing, that it kind of was weird that they were focusing on romantic aspects. And when I rewatched season 1, you see it. There's a whole episode focused on when like Lucy and when Lucy comes back into town for the first time and they're going out to dinner and then James talks about it with Kara and then Kara talks about it with Alex. And
yeah, I didn't like that either.
Well, there you go. At least you're in the same.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about this show. I like that it's not just all about the superhero aspect. We get more outside. Like I've said it many times, the Danvers sisters relationship is the heart of this show. And so I like it. I'm all for it. And it's not just because it's the gay storyline or that it's Maggie and Alex. Because so far the storyline is done, and I am a Sanvers shipper. Good Lord. But this storyline's been done so well so far, I would be okay with Alex not even being with Maggie in the long run. Like, that's as long as it's done as well as it has been so far.
Oh, that's one of the reasons why I didn't like her. Is just the way... Because I told you about how the way that she treated Alex.
Oh, but you haven't seen the next 2 episodes, so you don't get to say anything, because it all comes full circle.
It really turned me off, though, because, like...
But you haven't been there! It's so true!
There's no excuse, though, for... The way that she was openly flirting with Alex. Ever since we met Maggie, she's been openly flirting with Alex.
A little bit, yeah.
Hardcore.
Flirting is flirting. I flirt with everyone.
But she's with someone, and she doesn't mention it at all. And she knows that Alex liked her.
She has mentioned it. Alex asked her out, and says, "Do you have a hot date?" She goes, "Yeah, I do." And she goes.
But she doesn't say, "I have a girlfriend."
She doesn't have to. You don't have to give all of your information. I have been there. It's scary when someone realizes that they like you. It's scary in that situation. And when you first watch it, I was on Maggie's side. I was like, Maggie hasn't really, she's flirted a little bit. She hasn't really given any signs to Alex other than that. Then in the next scene that you haven't watched yet, Alex flat out calls her out on it. She's like, you called me out for liking you. And then I admitted it. And when Alex said that, I was like, oh... Maggie did kind of do that.
But it was also the way that she also revealed that she was involved with someone was in the worst way possible. Because I am certain that she knew that Alex liked her then. But all of a sudden her girlfriend walks up and she just kisses her and is like, "See you later." And it's like, oh, that was pretty dickish.
It does come full circle though. And Alex puts her in her place and I loved it.
Oh.
So,
I don't want to get into a whole... Because if I get into the whole reason why I don't like Supergirl, then we'll be here for
We'll get into that later.
It's an entire video.
Maybe we'll do that, because I'm fine to argue with you. Alright, Flash this week.
I really like this episode. The Flash so far has been not quite as good, I feel like, as Season 1 or beginning of Season 2, or most of Season 2. But this episode was really good, because I mentioned in the last video that one of the reasons why I don't like Barry is it's just like everyone likes Barry for... It's just, I'm not a fan of those people who just need everyone to like them. And that's why I really like Julian, because he doesn't like Barry at all. And we got the big reveal that we already knew that he was alchemy. But I was like, oh, so the only reason why he doesn't like Barry is because he's evil. But no, he still doesn't like Barry. He doesn't know he's... Malfoy.
Okay, Draco Malfoy. Okay.
So, but we find out he still doesn't like Barry. It's just he doesn't even know he's alchemy. So he's been blacking out. But so basically, this episode, what happened was, oh my gosh. Okay, so we found out that so alchemy is using this stone to give people from Flashpoint their powers back. So like Wally. He was Kid Flash from Flashpoint, and now he doesn't have powers. He didn't have powers in this world, now he does, because alchemy gave him powers. Oh, and I'm sick. But anyways, so we found out where that stone came from, and we found out that by unleashing the stone, that's what brought Savitar, the Speed God. And so this episode we got to see Jay Garrick, who is also the same actor that played Barry's dad. The Flash from 1992. Oh,
that's the Flash I know.
Yeah, he plays Jay Garrick, who is he's the original Flash from World War II in the comic books. He's the very first one. Okay. So he's like kind of the mentor for everyone else, and every episode that he's in is always a good one, because he always just lays out everything for Barry and sets him straight. Like, no, you can't go back in time anymore, and this is why, and this is why. But he's just. John Wesley Shipp, any scene he's in, he's that older character that we talked about, like Warrior Queen, that made Arrow so good.
Oh, yes. Oh, I miss Moira.
Yeah, they just bring a nice balance to everything. But yeah, we had him in there, and I think, again, just my big positive was they have a scene where Barry sees the future. He's never run into the future before, but he sees a glimpse of the future, and he sees Iris get killed by Savitar about 5 months ahead, and Jay pulls him back and into the present, and Barry's asking, why can't I go back to the future and warn him, or what if I just tell them not to go down the street, and it'll never happen. And Jay says, you can't, we're not gods, we can't do that, and we have to just live our lives. So that was it's a big step for Barry, because you think he's just going to do it anyways, but what he ends up doing is he moves in with Iris and decides to use his time with her wisely, I guess.
Does Iris have powers?
No.
Is she ever going to have powers?
Thank heavens, no.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why in the Flash crossover, when they're in the time vault and they're looking at the newspaper, and he said that...
Oh, it's not by Iris?
Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
That's what we figure out that she's been
dead.
killed. Yeah, she's dead. But yeah, it was just a really nice episode because we actually saw emotional and just character growth from Barry. And also Cisco started seeing his dead brother again, which we found out was how Savitar got Julian to become alchemy, because he started seeing his dead sister, and it's basically just...
Is that going to tie into Legends?
I was thinking that during the episode. I was like, maybe that's why...
So dumb.
He's showing up. But it's basically just a stone trying to get them to unleash Savitar.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just all around a good episode. They gave Wally his costume finally. They finally accepted. Yeah, that was his Christmas present, was his suit.
What is the cliffhanger, since it's a mid-season finale? It's got to leave us with something.
No, so that's how it ended, though, was you see Iris get killed, and then they have the talk, and then they have a Christmas party, and it ends with Barry giving Iris her present, which is their apartment together. And that's how it ends.
So, basically right now, Barry's going to let Iris die?
So far, yeah. Because
I hate time travel.
Because what Jay Garrick says is that you have to live your life, and it's not set in stone. It's not certain. It's not certain. So, it's the whole thing of, if you know this is going to happen, then you try to make the necessary steps to make it not happen, and that's how it ends up happening. So time travel plot hole. If the future's not set in stone, then why can't you travel to the future to warn them that something's going to happen in the future? Why would that create a time anomaly or whatever it's called? Aberration. Exactly. My brain hurts. You're traveling to the future to warn your future selves?
Okay, so if I'm going to get arrested on Wednesday, why can't I just travel to Tuesday and say don't do this?
But the
future's not set in stone, so then why does it matter if you change the future?
Because the way it usually happens is that when you try to make the necessary steps not to get arrested, it's exactly what gets you arrested.
Well, yeah, but it's I hate time travel.
Because time is always just trying to correct itself, I guess.
So that's gonna be dumb if he lets her die.
I'm sure.
It's like the time traveler's wife. Isn't that a movie, a book that I watched?
Yeah, I never saw it though, but that's Barry for you. I mean, he's probably going to jump into the future or something and try and stop it.
Or if he knows it's going to happen, he doesn't have to jump into the future. Just wait till it's about to happen and stop it. See? My brain hurts.
He doesn't know how Savitar is going to get her, though. Because when he shows up, he's holding Iris, and then he's telling him not to do it, and then he kills her. You don't see how she gets captured or anything.
So here's another point. So if he knows that happens in the future, all the times that they're fighting him now, they're not going to be able to defeat him, so just give up now.
Well, that just makes you the worst hero ever. But my one negative for this episode was, I guess just for the whole season, is Savitar. In the comic books, he's just a guy he doesn't wear a shirt. He wears a metal mask and pants, and he has long hair. And now they've made him into some sort of metal giant thing that's computer animated, and it just takes away the whole performance. The reason why Reverse Flash and Zoom are both terrifying is because they're real people with real performances.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at a CGI creature, the reason, it's not...
Takes you away from it.
Yeah, because it's not real and your brain is trying to correct it. And it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just not much to the performance of the bad guy. So it's he's fast. It looks like he teleports. He's that fast, but other than that, he's not terrifying. So yeah.
Anything else on the Flash?
No, just hopefully that the episodes keep being consistent with this one. Like, it was just a really good episode.
Okay, let's jump on into Arrow, which was pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm just gonna jump into my negatives. I hate the team. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. I like the wild dog guy.
Yeah. Renee.
Like, he's funny, and I like his acting, but I hate the team. We talked about it. I know you have to suspend belief sometimes in these shows. Like, let's put it this way. Supergirl has perfect hair when she's flying and it's down, and then she has to go to this complicated bun. At least she has super speed. So you can argue that she has super speed. That's how she puts her hair back up when she goes from Supergirl to Kara.
Yeah.
Curtis, there is no way he gets his hair braided in the 5 seconds it takes when they go suit up to hit the road. That's such a stupid costuming idea.
As someone who has had cornrows a couple times, there's no way. There's no way. I've had cornrows where it took a couple hours to do them. I've had cornrows where it's gonna take at least an hour, even if it's like a professional doing it. I mean, if you're doing them right, I guess you don't have to do them right, but yeah. It's ridiculous.
We've talked about those leather suits are not going to be easy to get in and out of anyway, so it's not like they could be quick. But that one is just hits me in the face. I'm like, really?
And it's just like, and you can tell it's just because the actor wants to keep his fro. I mean, he always has his fro in any role that he has, and it's just, I have no respect for actors who just want to be comfortable. It's cut your hair. It's that simple. It's that simple.
There's other things they could do, like you'd slick it down. But then the cop made the comment that it didn't take hard to know that the tall black guy running around with Arrow was Curtis.
which is why they should have given him his superpower. Because in the comic books, Mr. Terrific's one superpower is that he's invisible to technology. So he can't be recorded. He can't any of that. It sounds lame, but it's actually pretty cool.
Well, they've teased that they're going to give us the T-Spears and all that stuff. So again, if you're going to bring if you're going to bring Mr. Terrific in and give him the name, then why not be kind of like a Barry arc where he becomes the powers or gets the powers and then joins the team? Why is he on this team?
I'm going to vent for a second.
Do it.
This is not Mr. Terrific. If you guys think that this is Mr. Terrific, then you are sorely mistaken, because he is the complete opposite of what Mr. Terrific is supposed to be. I keep saying Mr. Terrific, and it's starting to sound weird. When I was a kid, it was hard being black in a white community, majority white community. So I was really attached to characters like Black Panther and Mr. Terrific. He was one of my big favorites, and what they've done with him is embarrassing, because one, he's supposed to be the third smartest man on the planet. Lex Luthor, Bruce Wayne, Michael Holt, not Curtis Holt. Bruce Wayne, yeah. 3 smartest guys in the world. This Curtis Holt is an idiot. He is an idiot. He's supposed to be like an Olympic level athlete. I'm not one to talk, but the actor has a pot gut. If you notice, he's got a gut, and he can't fight worth shit. I mean, he's terrible. Mr. Terrific is supposed to be a pretty serious, down-to-earth guy. He's very stoic, and we have a buffoon who is a carbon copy of. He's a bad copy of Cisco.
I see that.
You don't need him.
And it is to each his own. Like they do change characters and stuff, but I can see why that would be upsetting, because that seems like a completely different character than like they just slapped on a name.
Yeah.
To this character, I get that.
And I'm gonna say it. It was probably for diversity's sake. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. But going back into it, so this is supposed to be the big Prometheus reveal. We still don't find out who he is. I think he is the DA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Josh?
I've thought he was the DA since the interrogation episode or scene where he gets all serious and slams his hand down and stuff. I was like, oh, that's the bad guy.
Have you seen the show Sirens?
I have not. But I've seen Chicago PD, and he plays Tommy. He plays the son.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You should watch Sirens. It's only 2 seasons long, like 10 episodes per season.
I'm watching Merlin right now.
They're like 20-minute episodes. It's a comedy.
Oh, okay.
He's in it, and he is hilarious. He plays an idiot cop. He's so funny.
But yeah, I think he's Prometheus, and I think that's what we're going to find out.
But thank you. Everyone online, I was on Tumblr, and everyone's like, it's the DA. Not the DA, it's the reporter lady.
It's not a woman.
So I put
That'd be funny, though.
I put on my Tumblr a bunch of pictures of Prometheus, and it's a full-on dude. Like, he's as big as Oliver.
Yeah.
Maybe bigger.
Which the DA is not. He's a scrawny little guy.
He's actually not that.
He's tall, but he's scrawny.
The DA, and he walks like the DA, though. Like,
I think it's the DA.
Yeah.
Well, what other reason do they have to bring this guy's character into this season?
Yeah, for real. I'm hoping it's not him. Some part of me is hoping that it's actually that guy's son.
Well, I think that's who he is, though.
No, but the guy's son was black.
I thought that's what I saw. And he was definitely... Well, you could see that he was interracial, but he looked like he was mixed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. So I was like, I guess they could try to play that off, but no, he looks like he's... What if he's Wild Dog?
No, because Wild Dog was in the room where he...
That's true.
When he shot the...
But also, I totally saw that coming, that it was the detective and that Oliver was going to kill him.
So like I told you, I actually thought it was going to be the Curse's husband. Is his name Rob or something? Paul.
I don't know if it's because I'm not invested in that character or not, but they are awful.
Yeah.
Like, no chemistry whatsoever.
So everyone knows...
Less than Kara and James.
So everyone, he's like, baby.
Baby, I cringe every time. So bad. But
wait.
If they broke him up, and if he gets with Rag Guy, I'm done. Because he's so into him, and it's gross.
Let's take Tom Hardy.
That guy's so bad, and you can't even hear him when he's in costume. I hate the team. I hate it.
I realize that he looks like the Pokemon.
You told me this. He looks like one of the.
The other one.
I don't know.
Oh my god! I can't believe I forgot the name. It's not Tentacool, but it's the one with the Tangela. Tangela. It's a bunch of squiggly, tentacle things with eyes. And that's what he looks like. But so people put on like a GIF of him saying, I didn't sign up for a marriage where I have to worry about you every night. And it's like someone's like, your marriage vows. Through better or for worse.
Through sickness and health.
It's like you're the worst.
But yeah, I was just like cringing the whole time they're arguing and fighting. I'm like, ugh. But that's all I see is them trying to... Either Curtis is going to have a thing for Rory?
Yeah.
For Rory, or they're going to try... No, don't do it. And then Artemis, who the hell is she? I know she was on a previous episode. Or arc or something.
Something about her parents, like... being killed, and she was inspired by the Black Canary. That was the other one, was that people were like, because she said, oh, you're killing people and you're making the city worse, and someone's like, oh, so you hate Oliver because he's killing people, so what you do is you go and sign up with a guy who kills cops and innocent people.
But that's how I feel about this team. Like, they fail on the salmon ladder, I'm like, this is the epitome of what this team is.
Except for Wild Dog, he's doing it just fine.
Why?
He's
Wild Dog. I like Wild Dog, and he's tiny.
Artemis,
and she's evil. She's
always she's been on TV for a long time. Like, she's one of those child actors, and she's always some weird, creepy girl.
Well, because she does it well.
Yeah, she's on Supernatural.
And then we talked about how Thea just joined the team for the aliens, and how we wondered if, and then she suits up. So it's quit playing with my heart, Thea. In or out.
So what did you think of the super murdery season 1 Arrow that they went back to? Because that was weird.
It's really weird. So I started watching Arrow because of a girl. We knew this.
I thought I did. I was telling her to watch it, but...
Well, you were, but I didn't listen to you. But then you should watch it so we can watch it together. Okay, let's do that. And then I wound up watching the first 3 seasons, and she's like, oh, I'm on season 1. But at first I was like, oh, he kills everybody, cool. I hate when they never kill everybody. And then now that he doesn't kill everybody, I'm just like, oh, this is cool. So seeing him going, and then this season, Wild Dog is just shooting people all over the place, and Arrow's putting arrows in people, but I feel like he kills innocents while on his quest to killing these bad guys and stuff in season 1. So it was interesting. I'm very up and down with bad Arrow and good Arrow.
Well, what I meant was that he's a lot more murdery in the flashback.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. He just walks in and starts killing everyone in front of him.
Like in season 1, he'd shoot people, and then he'd just walk by. He wouldn't stop and kill people, make sure they're dead.
That's true.
Like there's one guy on the escalator that he stabbed like 10 times with an arrow. I don't remember him being that murdery. I'm not complaining. It's awesome, but
well, it's also a plot hole. So Prometheus' son, or whoever is Prometheus, sorry, the guy's son or whoever Prometheus is, he wasn't there when Oliver did this. So unless he's seen camera footage, how does he know exactly how all of those people were staged?
Well, I mean, he could have hacked the police department. They have.
Oh, I guess the photo. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't think about that.
But what
I just assume that Arrow does everything in secrecy.
What does make sense is some idiot writer put in. I guess they wanted to. I don't know what they were thinking, but they're trying to. I guess their theory is that the old guy from 4 years ago that he killed was Prometheus.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Okay, I have a theory on that. But let's finish this episode, so we'll get there. I have a good theory on that.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not a good theory on that, but we'll get there. So what else happened in this episode? So Arrow kills Felicity's boyfriend, which, come on, we all saw that coming. But what I liked is that he immediately comes back and tells her. He's not lying anymore, he doesn't try to cover it up, and it racked me. Like, Oliver crying in front of everybody, but he's crying as he tells her. I was a little disappointed with the reaction. Like, that's all you got? I know you're not in love with him, but you just immediately, so I don't know. But it was a really good scene overall.
Yeah, and...
Oh, and poor Oliver.
It was also great because, like, you saw, like, flashback of season 1 where he was the kind of shell-shocked Oliver, where he doesn't talk very much or he doesn't emote or have, do anything with his face really when he talks. And now you can see the growth that he's had as an actor, where he's just like sobbing as he tells them.
It was really good. We find out, so Artemis reveals that she's... Yeah,
wench.
And then she goes off with him, so that was a kind of a weird reveal.
I have a theory. I don't know, like, because at first I thought that she was maybe a double agent.
That's what I'm still kind of thinking that.
Spoilers for anyone who's planning on watching Young Justice, the animated show, which is amazing and is coming back. Artemis plays a double agent. She pretty much does the same thing. So I was wondering if they were doing kind of an homage to that, but I don't know. After she was talking about how she doesn't like Oliver because he murdered people, I kind of lost that theory, but...
I don't know. I feel like I've been feeling like she's doing a double agent thing, so I guess we'll see. And then Oliver and the reporter, who the actress used to be on the TV show called Popular that I was like, where have I seen her? That's where...
On another CW show somewhere?
I think, well, back when it was like the WB or whatever it was, way back in the day.
They recycle way too many actors.
They really do.
Yeah.
But she's, what do you think about this? Looking up, oops. Oh, Drunk Felicity made an appearance. And I love her. She's all bumbling about them meeting, and then when the reporter and Felicity both tell a nice speech at the same time, I was just like, oh, Oliver.
I did get some good laughs out of Felicity this time around. It was great. Like, oh, should we go on a double date?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I missed that Felicity, like back in season 1 when she would we saw season 1 Felicity when she was like bumbling over her words.
It seemed like she was struggling to remember how to be old Felicity.
Yeah.
But whatever. There's something else.
Talking about Felicity, reporter, Oliver.
Oh, the reporter, who's not Prometheus.
No, she's not
Prometheus. Because the whole thing, because everyone was thinking, because the Prometheus did the move that was taught to him by the Russian lady, who I believe is Talia al Ghul, his Russian teacher.
Gosh, I hate the flashbacks.
She's the good. These ones are actually good though. They're relevant and they segue nicely.
Was that Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah.
I thought so. Okay, anyways.
Yeah. But apparently Talia al Ghul, and this is older sister, the cool daughter. So apparently she's going to be in the flashbacks. So I'm thinking that's the teacher that he had. But everyone's like, oh, it's his teacher from Russia. And it's like, no, because she was surprised because when she saw those pictures of him in Russia, when he was supposed to be on the island, she was surprised to see that.
Yeah, well, maybe she was surprised to see the picture. Like, oh crap, why is there a picture of it?
No,
here's my thing about that move, though. That move is so generic.
What move?
He does like a side flip off of the thing.
I've seen him do it. Really? I've seen people do that 1,000 times.
The fight.
I was like, why is it slow motion?
And why is Oliver going?
It's like, what? It's a normal parkour move.
Yes.
Roy does it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Like when he's flipping around buildings and stuff. Alright, anyways.
It's a classic corkscrew flip thing.
Yeah, something like that. Something I can't do.
I mean, if he'd like done something like caught the arrow and thrown it back at him or something. I would understand that, but really?
I'm glad they did have to explain that to us though, so at least they.
Yeah, because it was really just like.
Like what's going on? Why are you freaking out about this?
Yeah.
Is there anything else before we jump into the really big thing?
I just like to say that. I do not like Prometheus's music.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It's really just off-putting, and not in like a good creepy way. It's just like, what were you thinking when you wrote this? But other than that, I really like Prometheus, and I think it's Tommy Merlin. Moving on.
What?
Yes.
You think it's like the actor who played Tommy Merlin too? Because he's on a different show.
See,
he's a doctor now.
The thing is, you don't have to. He doesn't have to be in the suit until they reveal him.
But if he couldn't even come back for one episode for a few hours or a day or two, what makes you think he can come back and feel this?
Do we know why he wasn't able to?
Yeah, it was the scheduling conflicts. They wanted Tommy Merlin's character and Roy Harper, and it was scheduling conflicts that the actors couldn't be on the show.
I still think it's Tommy.
All right, we'll
somehow,
see.
some way. It's just.
Okay, here's how.
It's supposed to be a villain though. It's supposed to be someone who is from the past.
Right, 4 years ago.
The beginning, yeah, and they couldn't do the character until now.
Right. Before we get to the big reveal, because we're gonna geek out, or at least I am. The reason why I have a theory that it could be the guy he killed, because they're like, it's his ashes. Why does he have his own ashes, sort of thing. It's because of the stupid Flash time point thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah, everything's Barry's fault.
Like, everything's Barry's fault, and everybody's come back from the dead, so what if he's on a different Earth, and he comes and finds out all this crap, and blah, 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 blah. I hate it. This is one of the reasons I don't watch Flash, because I would just yell at the TV about other Earths and multiple characters and blah, blah, blah.
They really do use it too much. That's not what the comic books are like at all.
Let's just kill Cisco, and it's okay, I'll go to Earth 35 and get another one.
Yeah, it's a device that's used way too much. It's not as hard. I don't think it's as hard as you're saying, but it's still not.
I mean, Tommy Merlin would have good reason to hate Oliver right now.
Yeah, because didn't he die thinking that Oliver was a murderer?
He told him. I think they had a moment.
Yeah.
Where he forgave him.
Yeah. Okay, but still.
Okay, Diana Laurel Lance. I don't know how I feel about this, and that's why I have to raise my voice.
I'm happy.
Ish.
Unless it's a drug-induced dream, then I'm gonna be pissed. I don't tell my boss this, but I was watching it work on my phone, and I have to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing, and then look, and I glanced and saw Oliver walking in after getting laid, and I was like, oh, he's gonna go comfort Felicity now, because she needs a moment to mourn over her freaking dead boyfriend, because I just saw the blonde hair in the Batcave. And then she turns around and smiles, and I was like, that's Laurel Lance! And I immediately was happy, which is funny because I hated her in the last little bit of the season. But then I was like, am I happy? Because I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of kill him, bring him back. And if it's a dream, I'm angry. If it's he's drugged, I'm angry. So I don't know if I'm happy if she's back or not. It's like, quit toying with our emotions, quit cheapening death. Yeah.
And quit using Earth number this to bring other people back.
Well, I don't think it's
I think it's the Flashpoint.
I don't think it's the Black Siren.
Oh yeah, Black Siren.
I don't think it's her because she's locked up in the Barry's hideout. They have a little prison where she's
she's bad?
Up. Yeah, she's bad.
Oh.
She's evil. She knocks down buildings with her
voice.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah,
That's what she does.
She's all locked up, so I don't think it's her. Everyone thinks it's her, and it's like, no, they haven't said anything about her, so why not?
Oh.
But so to all the people that hate Laurel, I don't think it's. Everyone says she's a bad actor. She's not. She's not a bad actor at all. It's just that they have never known what to do with her character as far as writing. So that's what's made her terrible, is because she's the worst.
I think she does well in the emotional scenes. She's done well when it was she and Tommy Merlin, and then Oliver was trying to make it hard on her and stuff. So season 1 and season 2, I thought she did really well.
Because she had a purpose, yeah, she had a purpose. Except for then in season 2, that's when she started. They made her an alcoholic, and then she wasn't, and then she was, and then she wasn't.
Like Captain Lance.
Yeah.
Another reason why I'm pissed off, if they bring Laurel back again, you're torn with my emotions. That poor man. Yeah,
I was not happy when that's the reason why I stopped watching. Was just that they've killed Lance. Remember the Lance family like 5 times? There's at least 5 deaths. It's too much, and yeah, it's
cheapening death and bringing them back. And
so if she's back, just let her stay. Give her something good to do.
I don't know, but it does. It makes me mad if he's dreaming or something. They're bringing him back. It's funny when actors. So Tara on Buffy, the actress Amber Benson, when her character was killed off, they brought a bunch of characters back from throughout the seasons in season 7, and they all were supposed to be evil, and Amber Benson refused to come back and reprise the role for that purpose. And I feel like we got to get to a point where maybe Katie Cassidy is like, dude, quit screwing with Laurel Lance or something like you.
The same thing with Tom Cavanaugh as Dr. Wells.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really, the reason why they.
Oh, we gotta get to Legends.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah. Just stop doing that.
Yes, but I'm for. We're already there now, so if you brought her back because of Flash or whatever, then let's do it. But I'm gonna be kind of upset. This is Paxwell the asshole. I'm gonna be kind of upset if it's a dream sequence or something. Yeah. Quit toying with our emotions. So we just watched DC Legends, and there were several moments where we just went, what? And my biggest one is, why the hell is Malcolm Merlin there? Why is he there?
She keeps asking me, but I never finished season 4 of Arrow. So last time I saw him and Damien Dark were working together-ish. And yeah, and now he has a fake hand.
But why is he there? Like, it just...
They're supposed to be what's called the Legion of Doom.
Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to admit I'm tired, and I spaced out a couple times during the episode, but it really just didn't. It started to make sense near the end where you realize, oh, okay, so that's why Stein is with him again, because it's not actually Stein, it's.
Oh, that's right. When they definitely pulled the wool over my eyes a couple times, because when they go and rescue Stein, I just looked at Jade and I was like, they just left him there to be picked up. Yeah. And then but I don't know the Reverse Flash guy, so I had no idea that kind of stuff that he could do. And
he does know something that he does do.
Yeah.
That's the first time.
This is one of those episodes where the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like,
no. Oh, duh. Okay, I'm dumb. Sorry, I'm dumb. Okay. So that device is the same thing that he used in the first season of Flash, because he was posing as Dr. Wells in a wheelchair. Oh. So he used it to steal his body, basically. We just haven't seen that in a long time.
Okay.
So.
Well, there you go. Excuse you. But it was one of those episodes where I'm watching it and I'm like, this is horrible. This is stupid. What are we watching? And then it all comes together at the end. I'm like, oh, fine. You got me.
Yeah, it was a fun episode, but there's still... It's kind of sad.
They bring back Snart, who...
I love him. I love him. She's weird.
I don't like that he uses that stupid fake voice. That's really annoying. But at the same time, I'm pissed off that this is how they brought him back.
I'm hoping that's the same thing with Laurel, that they're going to be a regular now. Like, Rip Hunter.
What was that?
That was so weird now. Just out of nowhere.
Is he hiding in 1967 for some reason?
I guess.
Is he... Like, what is going on? Damien met him in New York, but then he's in Los Angeles, so I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either, because he just disappeared off the ship. I thought when they found that secret room, I thought he was going to be hiding in there.
Right.
And that would have been awesome. Way better than, I guess, this, where you just don't even know what's going on. But right.
With an American accent and horrible hair.
So great. So great. Rory is the best.
And... I rewound and made him watch Ray when Jefferson comes running in there, Stein is about to kill Sarah in the library with the rope and the candlestick.
It's so dumb.
I loved it.
It was great. But
I love the bro TP that they've got going on. And the very first part when Sarah comes in there, don't make me coming back in here, and then they make fun of her. Hey! So that's what I like about Legends this season though, is it's got those cute, quirky little things, and it's not all about freaking Vandal Savage. Every episode last season, and it was so dumb.
I think that version of Vandal Savage was garbage
awful.
too.
He wants you to scratch his butt.
I know, I have been. Again, if you want to see a good Vandal Savage, watch Young Justice. I know it's an animated show, but it's also over adults, so it's great.
I like that they have Nate on here now because he's a historian and he knows all this stuff, so it's fun to listen. I'm a history major, so it's fun to when he starts throwing out everything, and it's much better than going to Gideon for everything, or it's easier for them to know stuff. I don't know. Once we got to the end of the episode, I kind of liked the episode, but watching it, I had so many moments of what are they doing? What is this amulet? Why does it matter?
Yeah, I totally forgot about the amulet that they had found. We're going to have to go back and look at that or see what it's...
Well, at least now we know what it's for.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. Star Trek. That constant.
Right?
What did he say?
Portable
Star
chart or something like that. But
something like that.
It was funny. I like Damien Dark. I like his one-liners. He does a good job. He goes like, so what are you here for? We're here to... Didn't we go over this? We're here to help.
Yeah, I like the whole Legion of Doom thing. I love Reverse Flash. I get giddy every time I see him do anything. Because if you watch The Flash, then you know how dangerous and just devastating he can be. So it's just a lot of fun to watch. But...
Nothing really big though. I guess they want us to be like, oh my gosh, the spear of something with destiny.
The spear of destiny, which apparently is
something to do with Jesus on the cross.
Yeah, it's when Christ was crucified, to make sure that prisoners died, they stab him in the side with a spear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
So
it makes more sense now.
It's always been like a artifact of myth or whatever. They used it in the Constantine movie, but I've never heard of it being used as like a multi-dimensional whatever they called it. It just sounded dumb.
But yeah, that big reveal kind of fell flat for me because I was just like, huh? What? I think that was meant to be the big cliffhanger too. Like, well, second half of the season, that's what we're hunting for. Yeah.
Can we talk about the stuntman?
Oh my gosh. In all of the fight scenes on all of these shows, including Supergirl and stuff like that. Like,
it happened on the crossover with Oliver. You could tell it was a stunt double a couple times.
I couldn't.
Oh, I could.
But not like this.
Yeah, this was bad.
Malcolm Merlyn and Sarah Lance fighting was awful. Like the one full-on face shot of him. I looked at Jay, I was like, that was a stunt double. Like, yes, we know it's a stunt double. But
it looked like his hair was done differently too.
Horribly. Like the hair was all off, but they kept getting face shots of him. It's like, I know it's not perfect, but it was awful.
And it's disappointing because, I mean, you can't really blame John Barrowman because I mean he's getting older and it looks like he's put on some weight, but he used to do a lot of his own stunts, but it's just kind of disappointing now because now it looks like when Damien Dark fights, where it's just slower and...
But that was just poor. Maybe they tried it over and over again and they couldn't do anything but show the guy who he was.
But then usually they do like they use CG to kind of alter
something.
The face. But it was even like I said, the hair was even different.
Yeah.
It was just really sloppy.
It was bad. And I'm a big fan of the fight scenes of these shows. Like some of the the Malcolm Merlyn and Oliver fights were amazing.
Season 1?
Yeah. What? When he's destroying Oliver, like you brought up, when he's in the room or whatever, he discovers that he's the archer. But that was just bad.
Yeah.
That's definitely a negative. Nick is so funny.
And this...
Oh, are they going to make that a romance?
I hope not. It seems really weird. It's not like he's an ugly guy or anything. he's great, but it just seems weird.
Heat Vixen? Vixen Wave?
And it's the same problem I had with Hawk Girl and Adam, was that people move on way too fast.
Yeah.
Like so Our Man, they're gonna leave the JSA together and get a home together and make a life and have babies and whatever she said, and all of a sudden she's moved on like really fast. It was the same thing with Kendra.
We don't know how long they've been going though. Remember we talked about this with the
Yeah, but
Chronicles.
I can't imagine it's been more than like 3 months at the most.
Hmm.
I imagine it's been like a month.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
And yeah, it's the same thing with
I don't like it. They don't.
It's the same thing with Kendra, where Carter died really, and then like 3 weeks later or something, she's hooking up with Ray.
Yeah. Well, and then she was into Cisco, and then she's...
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta talk to you about Guinevere on Merlin. Anyways, anything else on this, or just ready for the hiatus to be over already? I'm excited. I've got a renewed vigor in the other shows now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and watch the last 2 episodes of Supergirl. I have very good I feel I have very good reasons for, which I haven't expressed yet, but
maybe we should. Maybe we'll just do a quick video where you just get to do it all, and I get to poke holes in your reasons.
Okay. Really quickly.
Not now.
Yeah, I know. Not now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah. I just like this whole new direction they're going. We're
gonna run out of battery.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's reminding me of Rebirth, where just everything is being corrected and better, and I just hope it keeps going that way.
So we're gonna run out of battery, and we need to stop talking because we literally will just continue on and on and on about these shows and all these things. Because I like to fangirl, it's fun. You can follow us on social medias that we have listed. I believe my Tumblr and Twitter are listed. Tumblr is my biggest thing right now. Well, that and Snapchat.
And check our Instagram. I put up stuff almost daily, movie news and stuff like that. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. I have a Tumblr, but I'm not going to put that up yet.
Not just yet. Right now my Tumblr is all about Supergirl, little Teen Wolf here and there, but...
Mine's all about Tom Hardy and Arrow and Justice League.
There you go. But again, you can see we have a pretty good friendship. We geek out over these things, and we argue over them as well. But it's friendly arguing, and this is nothing. You haven't even seen a really good argument yet. Nope. But thanks if anybody actually watched this. Feel free to share it, reblog it on Tumblr, all that good stuff. Comment, talk to us. We'd love to fangirl, so we want to know your opinions. Apologize for not remembering all the things, because I know when I watch some after shows, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know their name? Or that's such a wrong fact. Or how do you not remember how he died? I'm not on my A game either. I'm sick. Yeah, so I apologize for those things, and maybe we'll do our Supergirl video. Maybe we'll do a show video per one in the hiatus or something like that. But just talk to us. Biggest thing. You want to watch the video? Just talk to us. Thanks, guys.